IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXIS Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Welcome to IAXIS Radio. We are the future of radio and podcast. Our reach is limitless. We embark on the now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is evermore.
Do not fear. IAXIS is here to protect the sounds of our city. Let the music play.
Hello, it's me CEO. Now let's get behind enemy lines with Wiz and Gatekeeper on IAXIS Radio.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Get behind enemy lines with Wiz and Gatekeeper on IAXIS Radio. The future of radio and podcast. They didn't come to play with y'all. Let's get it.
Let me slide on my G things, baby.
Yeah, sturdy in the spot on my East Coast shit. Snatch a nigga chain on my Debo shit. Make it hot 9-7 on my Ebro shit. We get it lit, you ain't leaving this bitch. Took enough fails, we ain't taking no more. Blue $100 bills over the living room flow. Gotta sell it for the high, you know we get it for the low. Like 1, 2, you know how this shit goes. Outside in the city, I got business outside. Know them hoes still broke, still them bitches outside. Only hanging with the gang is getting mixy outside. Only niggas getting money, bring the bitches outside. This is NYC at its finest. Summertime niggas gon' die cause the climate. Tryna push peace, but the hood gon' decline it. And there's so much pussy, but you still choosing violence. Know it's hot right now, bring the city outside. Where the party at? We gon' bring the Henny outside. I ain't going home, way too many women outside. Better use it or you getting left with it outside. Know it's hot right now, bring the city outside. Where the party at? We gon' bring the Henny outside. I ain't going home, way too many women outside. Better use it or you getting left with it outside. I gotta bring the vibe into the city. Light skinned and heavy D and we ain't been on in a minute. All I wanna do is gas the bikes up and do it willy. Man, you niggas always talking money, why you never spend it? Big ass make it bounce, I can never get enough. You ain't putting on this nigga, you won't never get a puff. See the bitch in your eye, I tell a nigga bluff. I don't trust none of you niggas, I already said enough. Falling back on that ass with a certified gangster lean. Got my weight up feeling like I took a sensu bean. Big blunt, same color as the Christmas tree. Oh, you broke, hanging with you is a risk for me. Know it's hot right now, bring the city outside. Where the party at? We gon' bring the Henny outside. I ain't going home, way too many women outside. Better use it or you getting left with it outside. Know it's hot right now, bring the city outside. Where the party at? We gon' bring the Henny outside. I ain't going home, way too many women outside. Better use it or you getting left with it outside.
Yes. Welcome back. Happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. There's no need to adjust your screen. This is IAXIS Radio, Behind the Enemy Lines podcast, every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. I am the gatekeeper. My man Wiz is on his way, but you know what it is. He's ducking me. All right, the Cowboys lost, so he's taking his time to roll into this shellacking of a conversation we'll soon be having. But first and foremost, before we get to that, man, I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in right now. Please share this video with 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 people, all right? Let them know that you're on live with Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast where we're talking about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. So in the back, you can see Chucky, man. He already ready to get back to cut somebody. We're going to talk about that in a second, all right? If you want to call in, the new number, 914-719-6917, okay? That is the new number to call in. You want to, get your voice out there, hear what we talking about, have something to say about what we talking about. We're going to give you the option to do that, all right? We got the wild card happening about 6:15, ladies and gentlemen. The wild card is a special part of the show where we get to change directions from what we're talking about. We might be talking about President Trump and what he's signing into office, or we might be talking about, the topic that we have on hand, and you might have something that you want to talk about. So that is your time to chime in and say, hey, this is what I want to talk about. So that's the wild card, ladies and gentlemen. At about 6:30, we're going to have what we call a pressure check. And the pressure check is an opportunity for which other people that we're going to call right from the station, live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I love about this show, because it's live and direct. Live and direct, and get their take on the topic that we're talking about. Now, I'm talking to you on the camera, you out there in the cyber world. You can be a part of my Rolodex when it comes to the pressure checker, right? Just DM me, and if you want, I can set you up, and I might call you at a random time throughout one of our shows just to get your take on what you're saying. We're not biased to someone else having an opinion, all right? That's why we're behind the enemy lines, right? So don't be afraid, okay? And then, once again, at 6:45, we hop into Chucky's Cut. Something that we've been waiting for some people to send some music in, But they've been scary, We had Chucky's Cut battle. And it went well, I believe. We're going to have another battle edition coming up real soon. Shout out to the artists that have already been on our battle segment, is dope. Shout out to Jose Rivera in the building. Appreciate you. Extremities ENT. Make sure y'all check them out every Wednesday, all right? IAXISRADIO right here, man, all right? Follow them right now, okay? Shout out to Vilgard, all right? You saw his video. He was on our Chucky's Cut Battle Edition. And if you haven't heard his music, okay, you got to go back to episode 93. We on 94 right now, okay? We pushing our way to 100, all right? And yes, you see the look today, all right? I ain't pretty, no sunglasses. You know why? It's game day, all right? It is September. Week 1, all right? For those who already play, you see the Chargers already upset at Kansas City. Loved it. Then you see the Cowboys, they got the hot tour put on them. And I loved it, and they actually lost the game too. So it was just a win-win for me. So I'm in game mode right now, right? Beard looking scruffy, in the gym, because we got game 1 win coming up. That's right, I'm saying it right now. Game 1 win against the Commanders coming up tomorrow. The Giants, I am ready. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. Shout out to Villegard again, man. Great interview. Check them out, episode 93. It was just a beautiful thing. And Takai's Takes, she'll be coming back next episode. And we have a new segment or a new thing that we're going to do as well. So for you people that are tuned in right now, you're going to get a heads up, all right? You go back and find the last 5 artists from our Chucky's Cut, and you might be able to win something, all right? So Kaiser's going to have like a special back-to-school grab bag thing that she got going on. So we'll keep y'all posted on the details. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. And also on TikTok so y'all can get caught up to date. Chanel Coleman's in the building. She said, hey, chilling. B-Day. Hey, we chilling today. Oh, yeah, we chilling today. Yeah, we was going to make it happen, all right? On top of that, we already know it's Virgo season. Well, back to school to all the kids first and foremost. It's football season first, then Virgo season, all right? So don't get it misconstrued. It's football season first, so I want to give an early birthday shout out to all the Virgos out there. Shout out to my wonderful wife, Producer P in the building, her birthday. Shout out to my sister, Nicole, her birthday. Shout out to my brother, Josh, his birthday. Shout out to my cousin, Shanice, happy birthday. And my aunts as well. There's a lot of birthdays. I'm trying to get them all together. Don't get mad at me, right? The teleprompter ain't keeping up. Vocals by Jamel in the building. And while she's here, I want to say shout out to her. She's always been supportive to the show. Voice to Life tea. Make sure y'all go and get some. I got mine right here. You can go get yours. Also, Metal Mastermind, Ken Candelas in the building. All right, sponsor for the Chucky's Cut. Make sure y'all tune in to find them on Instagram and IG. Both great products. I put my stamp on it, ladies and gentlemen. So get you some Voice to Life tea and check out Metal Mastermind with Ken Cadellas. So happy birthday to all the Virgos, you know what I'm saying? I might have missed a couple names, but I know it's Virgo season, so y'all make sure y'all do y'all thing and y'all enjoy what's going on. I know y'all saying a lot is going on. We've been going for a while because we had a lot of things going on. So what may be the topic today? I'm going to tease you a little bit, all right? Just a little bit, all right? Y'all remember that game, Would You Rather? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have the Nikes or would you rather have the Avias? You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking Avias right now. They in right now. Always Virgo season is always the first. No, Virgo season is not first, all right? Somebody got me tight right now. You know what I'm saying? Al, they done lost their rabid mind, but I'm going to let them rock with it, all right? Have a great show. Happy birthday, Nicole and Joshua. You missed a couple in there, but we'll start with those two. Al, I got invited to a party on a first football Sunday. That is sacrilegious, all right? Don't make me choose between you and the Giants, all right? 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lose, all right? Luckily, I've been working on my cultivation, big word, cultivation, and I'm gonna try something new. But usually, I'm in my house, in my seat, watching the game, all right? I wanna be at the stadium, but I'm in the house watching, all right? So we'll see how this goes. It's still a flip of the coin, Al. I don't know which way it's going to go. It's a flip of the coin. All right. So y'all remember that game, Would You Rather? Okay. Would you rather the Giants win or would you rather the Giants win? See, that's both. You can choose on that. So today's topic, just one. Would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship? And I want y'all to answer in the chat room. All right. Would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship, all right? Because you got all these new things that's happening when people is, you got to have a certain bank account, you got to have a certain car, you got to have a certain pair of footwear on your feet before you can even approach or a lady approach you, because the ladies are approaching guys now, you know what I'm saying? Could you be happy with me on a BX12 or would you be rather crying in the Bugatti? Keep it 100. Would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship? And I want y'all to tell the truth, all right? So when you was younger, I'm quite sure it might have been loyalty. But now that you're a little bit older, I think it's got to be luxury, Al. I think the seesaw has changed its position. For the wild card, we're going to have something special, all right? You remember that other song? Do you really want him or do you really want me? Do you want me or do you want Section 8? That's right, I said it. And the times that we in right now, people are making some real crazy decisions when it comes to relationships. Do you want me or do you want Section 8, all right? And I'll wait till you get to the video, all right? But if y'all have a wild card subject, y'all go ahead and bring it up now, okay? Don't be afraid, all right? So we're going to get ready to hop into these topics. And like I said, be in tune. Follow us right now. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, what else we got? ROKU, BOXCAST, you know what I'm saying? 365 Live, the TuneIn app. Because ladies and gentlemen, this is, you know what I'm saying, IAXISRADIO. Because we have music and podcast, okay? This is the future, all right? There's nothing that we don't do, all right? For you guys that want to send in information to be on Chucky's Cut, BHLFamily52 at yahoo.com, all right? MP3 formats only, all right? If you want to be interviewed, BHLFamily52 at yahoo.com. If you want to be a guest on the show as a guest co-host, you don't always got to come in and be interviewed. You can be a co-host if you want as well. Reach out to me and we can see what we can work out. It's not going to cost you a lot, just a little bit, Spend some money, all right? Keep the black dollar in the black community, all right? And if you want to donate to the show as well or be sponsored on the show as well, you can reach out to me to BHLFamily52 at yahoo.com. We got packages and sizes for everybody, okay? There's no set denomination. You can run things, programs for a week or two, or you can have it all throughout the show. Loyalty is, let me see that a little bit. Loyalty, but I'm not getting on the bus. You better get an Uber. See, here we are ready. So just tell the truth. It's nothing to do with loyalty. You want that luxury. Oh, and Vocals by Jamel was hopping right in it. You don't want the loyalty, all right? What's wrong And you know, usually Wiz will be on his trip about getting on the bus and all that for dates and all that. And I thought about it because I was listening to that song by Anita Baker. Al, you might remember this one, "Sweet to Love," sweet to love. You remember that, Al? And then it had a part of there where it talked about. She said, and I quote, you know, "Never leave because, baby, I believe in this love." So if y'all telling me y'all can't get on the 12 bus with me and be happy, then you don't want, okay? The loyalty, I'm loyal, I'm here with you, okay? Okay, that's cool, Al. You know, we gotta get back to a point, right? Because I was noticing on my way here, dude is out there getting his money at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? The whole family out there with him. And he wasn't begging. He's not that type of situation. He had his business set up and they were sitting there on the outside. He's selling whatever he's saying. And they getting their money together. And Ma Dukes is standing right beside him. You know what I mean? So I thought, is she being loyal or is she making sure she keeping count of every dollar that come in? You know what I'm saying? But then as I looked and I saw the family dynamic, I said, God dang it, she must be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Vocals by Jamel said loyal. Ken Cadelis is in the building. Ken, make sure you put your link in the building. Support behind enemy lines. Keep it real like you always do, brother. I sure will. And like I said, Metal Mastermind. Also, they was giving away something. I don't know if the contest is over for a metal artist because they specialize in metal music, but Ken is a teacher with a great ear that does it all. So please follow them. You want to get your engineering up, you want to get your music mastered or something like that, check them out. They do good stuff. Tell Wiz to send I send my condolences in his time of need over the Cowboys. Forget sending your condolences. You know what I'm saying? Dig up the grave and throw them back in. You know what I mean? Give no condolences for them bums. And then you got your boy Dak Prescott out there trying to sneak by and give a hot tour, and then he mess around and got a bigger hot tour from Jalen Carter. We got to stop that, man. I mean, you got a chance to jack him up anyway, man. You can't be getting suspended before the season even started, man. I mean, we got to get better than that. But today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, and I want y'all to answer. I got a couple questions that we can get to before Wiz get here and bring our emotions down, okay? Would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship? Ladies, come to the front of the congregation. And guys, this is for you as well. Are we tired of having a loyal woman, but she ain't got nothing else to give to us? Are we ready to put our foot down? Because the younger generation, and I would say, I don't know if that's Gen Z or whatever the case may be. I don't got all of them broken down, but I would say my daughter about to be 29. So from 28 to about 20 years old, is that 10 years for each generation enough? The younger generation, they want that bag. They want that bag. They don't want you coming through the door talking about, I got love to offer, I got support to offer. They want to know how much is going in their bank account and how much in your bank account they can spend. So do you want loyalty or love? Okay, let me ask you like this. Fine. Let me ask you like this. Do you think loyalty is overrated in 2025 now that money talks louder than ever? Money is talking. My wife is a loyalty woman who participates in expanding the family business. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I got to hide half of the business. You know what I'm saying? If I got to be honest, most of us got to hide half of the business, you know, because the business won't expand. I notice when you have those joint accounts, you know, one person keeps putting in and the other one keeps opening the vacuum spot so more money comes out. So I got to do like Bernie Mac said, separate, divide. Yeah, we got to separate and we got to divide. In 2025, is loyalty overrated? Now, I will say, in most of the studies that I did go through, loyalty is still in the top 2 tiers to traits. But finance is right neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. Finance is right neck and neck. It's not a real blowaway to have loyalty over finances. Could you have a guy that has all the money in the world that's treating you right, but he's a sneaky sneak? Can you do that? Is that too much to ask for, ladies and gentlemen? I need it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all here and tuned in. Don't be hiding. I need to know. Can you get through a relationship where finances are more important than loyalty, or is loyalty more important than finances? If I would have to say, the younger me, it's not even close. Loyalty is where it's at. Loyalty and love, that's what we came off of, sweet to love. If I was speaking to the young me now, would I tell them to take finances? I'll give you the answer at the end of the show. Because I still, it's hard. Because loyalty can be bought, I think. I think people, with the right type of money, people will flip. Loyalty is never overrated. It's just getting harder to find these days. Is it harder to find, or is it being more exposed that people never really had loyalty through the technology? You know what I mean? Because now you can play detective. Is everything not loyalty, because loyalty comes with love? Does loyalty really come with love? That's something we need to have a debate with, because you can have loyalty and don't have love for a person. Stop me if I'm lying. So one of the studies that I went through, it said a June 2025 survey of 1,000 Americans by Matchmaker Service found that 46% of Gen Z responders would prioritize long-term financial stability over romantic love, but many citing security is the key motivator. Among them, 1 in 10 women said that their ideal partner must earn at least $200,000. 200. Y'all want me to have 200,000 for you to love me? So do you need the luxury first? I mean, y'all seen all the TikTok videos that be going viral? It ain't just me with the girl, the dude trying to talk to the girl. She's like, no, you're not my type. You're not my type. And then when he hit that button through the they come back around like, oh, I look good in this car, and I could do this and I could do that. That is true. Which part is true? Because I'll say a lot and I jump around. Okay, so there's different parts I want to make sure we're talking about, but 46%. That's almost 50% in 2025. I'm proud to see that you exercise critical thinking. We must think for ourselves. I was talking to my daughter, my 15-year-old, this week about that. Congratulations to her. She just started high school. And I think that was the greatest thing that I got out of school, is that they helped me develop critical thinking. A lot of people don't like to think on their own. They don't like to be truthful with the situation. It's more so let me do what is trending. Let me do what is going to make me fit in. And now, is that bleeding into our relationships? Is that bleeding? And like I said, Behind the Enemy Lines podcast, I try to attack things that us guys talk about, sometimes behind closed doors, but it needs to be put out there in the world for other men to know it's okay to say that. It was okay at some point to not look exactly like the same relationship that everybody else had. It was okay if you only had Adidas and you wasn't rocking Nike. It was okay if, y'all wasn't having the greatest meal, but the meal that you guys did have, you enjoyed. Have we gone so far down the rabbit hole that is gone now, okay? That now, if you're not exactly 200,000, everybody's not making 200,000. That's what I told you on my last TikTok. Nowadays, everybody's swiping right, swiping left, swiping up and swiping down, and they want to know how much you bring it to the table before the table is even built. The fact that you don't have to be in love the fact that you don't have to be in love to have loyalty. See, that's the thing. A lot of things that we were introduced to when I was coming up made sense going together. Now things don't make sense and people force them on you. It's okay to also admit that marriage is a business too. Yes, and I think the younger we are exposed that marriage is a business. That's why I said, I want to answer my question later, because it's teetering from left to right, because you notice the importance of both of them coming together. It's not just about love. It's about strategy and life as well. And when you have children, I want to say, as early as everybody could jump on Snoop for saying, hey, I was in a movie theater and I was exposed, and my grandson was exposed and he was confused about what was going on with the LGBTQ community and all that. I was confused too when I saw that movie. So if we can get out that early about different things that's happening sexually, you know what I'm saying, then we need to have these conversations with our kids as well when they're that young, so you understand what you're getting into when you're getting into a relationship. And a lot of times we didn't know that. We thought it was just about you smiling, me smiling, and we go together and, you know, we're going to have a world together. But throughout those relationships, there are many ups and downs. And knowing that marriage is a business, it is. And before you jump over that broom, nowadays, to understand that is, I think, a key component to keeping that relationship together. So when you first got with that person, you might have saw the luxurious things, okay? And realize that a person is not really on hard times, but they're still building to who they want to be. And hello, here's something that a lot of people forget in relationships. You might be building to what you thought you wanted to be, and change happens. And a lot of times people are not ready for change in that relationship. So that's when you got to know it's a business. I was watching another show recently where a guy and a girl was going back about the commitment part. So loyalty talks about commitment, talks about being together, talking about, you know, not turning on your partner when times get hard. When I look at a lot of these relationships now, luxury is in the driver's seat. Because as soon as it gets uncomfortable, people are looking for the first way out as quick as possible. Not understanding that, A, this is letting me know that you never really loved me to begin with. B, you don't understand the business of what we're doing. And C, you're not capable of moving and changing with ups and downs. So when things get uncomfortable, that's what the luxury part, when things is comfortable. Can you be on an air mattress for 6 months? Do you have to have the queen size bed? People now buying 90 inches, but live in the projects. Your TV is bigger than your project wall. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's more important? Those are birds, though. I think of stuff and I gotta laugh. Those are birds. The ones that just go for money, hey, your own money, and there's no need to worry. You don't want a bum, but be with someone that can uphold the lifestyle. And I agree with vocals by Jamel. You don't want to be a bum, but how many of us are looking for microwave situations in 2025 still? In sickness and in health. Ken, a lot of people forget that part right there. In sickness and in health. They're like, no, they only heard the richer and the poorer part. And as soon as you get poorer, they're trying to get out the business. Now, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of homework right now. Y'all chime in if y'all want. If y'all want to call in, the phone lines is open right now, 914-719-6917. This is Behind the Enemy Lines, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's true or not because I've been so not wanting to research it. Is Travis Hunter really about to get divorced? Is that young man, and we told him to sign a prenup and all that, is she really ready to jump ship? And she gonna get the 40 mil plus, and she just had the baby. You know, shout out to Cynthia. She's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Lady D. Make sure y'all check out her show. Lady D, put your link in the chat so they know where they can find you at. Lady D, would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship? What would you say to your younger self, all right? Could you be with me? Because I remember being on the bus with your honey used to be a special thing. You know what I'm saying? That's over. We can't have that no more. Shout out to all the Virgos that's in the building. Would you rather cry in the mansion? I don't hear no yes and no no's, no nothing. Loyalty, she said loyalty. Tell us why would it be loyalty? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. You see that Bugatti roll up, homeboy step out looking right, got his credentials together. Nowadays, that's what they call a come up. You see the come up is you still staying down. What keeps you loyal? For the ladies, when y'all all loyal to y'all man, break down to me, why do y'all stay loyal? What is that keeps you loyal in that relationship? Like I said, 46% is nothing to scoff at. You know, the tide is turning. And how can we get the younger generation to realize loyalty should be over luxury versus luxury almost about to be neck and neck? So I'm open to y'all advice on that as well. Being a father of 3 daughters, you know, I try to get them to see the values first and foremost. And a lot of times when you say that, people don't want to hear that. Like I said, they want to know if you got every pair of sevens in a certain color. If you don't got every pair of sevens in a certain color, you can't even holler at them. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather cry in a mansion or laugh in a one bedroom with someone you love? Could you do that? If you had a chance to upgrade to the mansion, are you staying down? Just like Vocals by Jamel said, you don't want no bum, but say, because now people have time limit on things. Me, I don't have no time limit because, like I said, you could have been going in one direction and then, hey, boom, a change happened. Is your partner willing to sit in that change with you? Yeah, see that value 1 billion%. See, value, when people get on me, because when I went through what I had to go through in my learning experience, I came back, when people start asking about relationships, they'll be like, the first thing they say is trust. Trust for me is not so high on the list no more. I don't trust myself. Don't leave me in the kitchen with the chicken wings. I know I'm trying to do right, but you might come back and a couple drum legs is missing. All right? I'm weak. We all weak at some point. But now, if you value me, you know what I'm saying? If you have that in you, then you might take it a little more serious before that chicken wing. If I have my dedication, you know what I'm saying? If I have my discipline, okay, then my value, then I just might not fall for the luxury and be able to lean into, okay, the loyalty. Being loyal is not hard for some, but for some people, being loyal is very hard because some people's values change from month to month, year to year. So what are you being loyal to? Are you being loyal to your partner first? Are you being loyal to yourself first? Are you being loyal to your needs? Because you got your me time that you got to have, okay? And I've been doing that for the first time in a long time, consistently. That's the word I was looking for, consistently. Finding things that don't always cost money, but things that I like to do. So I'm loyal to that, but I'm also loyal to what my other half needs to be successful and try to help to get to that point. So loyalty, everybody says loyalty first, but does the actions really follow what people are saying? And that's why we're having this conversation today on Behind the Enemy Lines. Because a lot of people will be loyalty, but as soon as they see the mansion and you get the key to go to the mansion. But you just got to deal with a sneaky partner. Can you do it? Especially when they talking about the relationships now where you have either two guys and one girl, which I don't know how I would do with that, but you're seeing a lot of the two girls and one guy right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's exploding, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So could you or would you, have the mansion, but then you got a sneaky partner? Could you deal with that? Or would you take the one bedroom with the air mattress? And I'm not talking about the one bedroom because I got to rewind, you know what I'm saying? Because now, when we get to the one bedroom, you got some people in there acting up with the mattress and just being ratchet. I'm not talking about that ratchet hood life, you know what I'm saying, that y'all think is acceptable. I'm not taking the bum at the bottom that's not even trying, okay? There's being loyal to each other and being respectful to each other. All right, let's break down what are the two differences, okay? Because loyalty, to me, should be right at neck and neck with respect. So could you be loyal to somebody and don't respect them? I need you to tell me that in the chat, because I feel like if you're loyal to someone, then you should already have stepped on that plateau of being respectful. But I could be wrong. So help me understand what's the difference between the two, okay? Would you rather cry in a Bentley or laugh on the 12 bus with me? Could you do that? Could loyalty pay the con ed, all right? So when we talking about loyalty, but that money ain't coming in. And here's another great one. Can luxury fix trust? Can luxury fix trust? Shout out to Red in the building. Always good to see you. Happy birthday to your little grandson. Just checking in and say, go Giants, and give me that one bedroom with loyalty partner over the fancy lifestyle. And I'm being hurt every day by that cheater. See, I respect you, Red, and I believe that. But are the young ladies Cause women, I need y'all to come to the forefront, because whatever y'all put me on to today, I'm gonna try to put on the younger men, cause I still got younger nephews and all that I talk to, even though they don't think I got skin in the game no more, you know. So they be kind of trying to curb me sometimes. They be like, yo, Unc, you married, you ain't about that life, you ain't know what's going on in these streets right now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't risen or whatever they like to say nowadays. Red, I agree. The one bedroom with loyalty. I like that the older generation is picking loyalty, but is that the same thing that y'all see happening with the younger generation? You have to be able to recognize luxury and appreciation, what you have. Exactly. Appreciate what you have. And I think the way to get there, Ken, is not rushing when you get into a situation as well. I think a lot of these new relationships, you know, are microwave relationships. All right. I think things are coming back to people actually meeting outside physically, going on a couple days before they just say, hey, you know what? This guy fooled me for 7 days, 7 whole days. And now I want to be with him, you know what I'm saying, for life. And then you get in for 6 months, and then you realize the luxury is not what you fell in love with, because this person's luxury to maintain, they might have to do X, Y, Z. This other person over here might not have, you know, the Bentley, might not have the mansion, but I've seen a lot of people take a studio and make it a home, okay? And I think Luther Vandross had that one, right? When they said we'll make a house a home. You know, but I'm saying he can also flip that and make it a home. That's what being in a relationship used to be about. It wasn't about what you did during the easy moments, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people only notice their luxuries through the easy moments. That's why I got the scruff look right now. Because everybody's like, oh, the Giants, they was undefeated in preseason. And, you know, listen, that's preseason. The real season starts now. So this is when we get shaped up after this, and we're going to know what we have. That's how relationships are. You got to not just be down for when it's easy, but what do you do when it get hard? Be inspired by the art of old. Da Vinci didn't think about now. He thought about eternity. You know, and that's true. And a lot of people in relationships don't think about themselves like that. So I'm glad you brought up Da Vinci. You are the artist and the creator of your relationship. And that's why I said earlier, when people, it was okay for you and Miss Doreen next door to be friends and not have the same exact problems, not have the same exact issues, not have the same exact household. You know what I'm saying? You come in my house, I got tiles. You come in one other place house, they got marble floors. You know, paint your relationship. And if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Go back over it. Sometimes the mistake becomes the best part of the hour. The younger generation wants the Instagram lifestyle. That's what I'm talking about, Red. It won't last. Real love takes work. I'm glad you brought that up. And I think definitely the female generation, the young men generation, I don't know what happened to them. I knew about the story of the sheep, or the wolf in sheep's clothing. You understand what I'm saying? And I think more men are hiding in sheep's clothing and just following the herd to fit in with the generational time, to fit in with the people around them, to fit in instead of finding their own footprint. When you was born, you had your own footprint. Before you started to walk, you had your own footprint. Okay? That don't mean it's all about you, because once you get into a relationship, it's a balance about both of you guys. And the quicker you get to that understanding that it's a give and take, the more success you're gonna have. But when I look at the Instagrams, the TikTok, and I have to keep it 100. You see it more and more and more, and you start to believe that is the reality you're supposed to be living in. Okay, you see that, Tanya said, I gotta have 100,000. Tina said, I gotta have 100,000. How you coming over here with 30, 40,000? Make sure y'all see it live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Call in number 914-719-6917, behind the enemy lines. Tell them we live, we here right now. Yes, we got the wild card coming up real soon. All right, we got the pressure check happening about 6:30, and then we got Chucky's Cut. And for today's Chucky's Cut, we got Brianna, and she's gonna have So Gone. It's gonna be a good song. Y'all get the vote to keep or kill that track. And right now, we just talking about loyalty or luxury. I think it's almost time for me to answer my question. And Wiz, he hiding on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Because you can see that he's loyal, you know what I'm saying? So I figure that's what he's going to pick. But if the content couldn't get paid consistently, not because the brother isn't trying, but you have to put it more out of your pocket, are you open to doing that, male or female? Are you open to doing that? Is luxury just making sure you're checking off that you have those things checked off versus thinking there's one person that's supposed to do it? I saw this one girl on one of them TikToks, one place, whatever. I think it was the guy's first date. And when he pulled up to pick her up, she didn't have her hair done. She didn't have her nails done. She didn't have none of that done, right? And before he could go on a date, he had to get her hair done, her nails done, and her outfit, leave, come back, and pick up. And I'm not doing that. Even if I was young, I think I can't do it. And you know it's bad when you can't even get the words out because you're so perplexed. You know, and then another girl, I had to respect what she said in one of her other shows. She said, it's not your partner's job to make sure that you have your necessities. And this came from a woman. I wish I had a name. When I get a name, I'll put it down on my Instagram and let y'all know if I find it again. She said, it's your job to keep your hair done. It's your job to keep your nails done. It's your job to get your petty, whatever you do, because before that man was there or before that woman was there, wasn't you doing that for yourself? So how does that lean on the person that you're trying to get? And that's how we get to that 46% of people saying that, hey, I might need that bag. I might need this. I might need that. Is love overrated now? Is loyalty overrated now? Is it? I had another quote I wanted to read because I said 46% was 46% was just a lot for me. 200,000. Most won't settle for someone earning below 80,000. Y'all won't settle for someone making 80,000. I gotta make 80. That's just being taken advantage of. Which part is being taken advantage of? A lot of people think that is a stipulation now coming into the relationship. That once you get in the Birds Box. We call it the Birds Box right now because this is a G-rated show. We want everybody to be able to check it out. Once you get the Bird Box, that now you have signed a contract to take over the monthly maintenance, the monthly bills, the monthly situation. Is that what and is that changing men's perspective on now the qualifications that we're asking a woman to meet? Because I think most guys would take a woman when they're in their building stage. I think most guys wouldn't just jump ship, based off of luxury items, but I could be wrong. Are there some men, do women feel that men are making that turn as well? This is not just attack the women's situation. This is let's expand the learning process. Would you check to see if your partner is going to be a gold digger on the first date? Would you do that to find out if they're about loyalty or luxury? The younger me, back in 1997, 96, 95, 94, 93, all I saw was loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Do I feel like that was beneficial? Yes. If I had to play devil advocate, I can see the other side where if I were to chase certain luxuries for myself, how life could have went a different way. Would I still have found happiness in that? Yes. And you know why I say that? Because now I'm learning that the happiness, you bring that to life no matter what. That's your job to bring that happiness. So luxury wouldn't be number one still for me today. It would be about the loyalty, you know what I'm saying? The love, the commitment. Can we build together? What are we building together? And then taking that experience, because being in a relationship is an experience. Taking that experience and making the experience the luxury. Can you do that? All right. Saying that me as I am doesn't mean take me as I am and then turn me into something I wasn't before. Now, I want y'all take on that. When you are in a relationship, When you're single, let me say, when you're single, you can be all about you. You can be all about your ways. You can be all about whatever. Once you decide to be in a committed relationship, should you be running from change? Do you want to change if it's the best for your relationship? Because see, fighting that change might be disrupting the luxury that you could have coming to you. I believe that happens in a lot of relationships. You are not the same person you were when you were 10 years old. You're not the same person you were when you were 15 years old. You're not the same person you were when you were 25. And if you are, then you might want to look in the mirror to realize why you're not getting some of the luxury stuff that you should have. Because change is happening every day. We're going into the fall season now. The leaves that was there all through the summer, they will not be there next season. Discomfort is a good thing. When you're uncomfortable, that means you're changing. That means you're growing. I mean, there's certain things that won't grow after a certain age, okay? But now we're talking about not some of the physical traits. You know, if you're not getting BBLs and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain things are gonna stay the same. Your foot size, usually after you turn about 16, hopefully, that's your foot size. Some people catch it early, you know what I'm saying? After 12, they got the same foot size since they were 12. So those things shouldn't change. But now, will you have to change your values and your morals in your relationship sometimes? Is it worth it? What is it going to take for you to say that you might be the problem in your relationship to stop you from receiving the luxuries that come with change? I think that's one of the greatest attributes I've had my whole life, is the ability to adapt and change. When I was in West Virginia, I had to change my lifestyle. They live differently down there. When I went to South Carolina, you know what I'm saying, I had to change when I went down there. When I was in Mount Vernon, I had to change when I moved over there. The enemy is individualism. You know what I'm saying? He means division, separate, divide, and dividing them. You know, don't mind me, the screen is a little far away. We need to care about community. Starts with us. Yes, it starts with us, all right? And we forgot that somewhere along the line. So when you talk about, you know, I mean, I get it. Mary J. Blige said it, take me as I am. I mean, I get it. When we first embark on our mission, journey, however y'all want to label it, yes, I'm going to take you as I am or as you are. But what is wrong with change? Will change hold you back from having loyalty? I got to ask it like that. You know, if someone sees you're unwilling to change, then that might be the speed bump that's keeping you from being more loyal from that person not going out, peeking around the corner, seeing what's going on over there. Because you know what? Miss Betty over there told me, boy, if I had you, you know, I'd do anything you need me to do. And I don't mean puppet control, do anything. I don't mean that. That's not what we're talking about. Because, see, you got the juvenile way of thinking. And then maturity should kick in at some point. Are we getting to the point where we're letting social media make us forget about the maturity and the changes that are needed? I'm gonna ask y'all like this. Do y'all think change is needed in a relationship? Do you expect your relationship to be exactly it was in 2025 as it was when you first got together with your partner? Y'all can answer in the chat. Don't be afraid. I'm gonna say no. I don't want it to look exactly the same. Yes, I might want to keep what's working, but then I might want to also upgrade some of the things that aren't working. And even if you have something that is working good, what's wrong with seeing if you can add something to it to make it a little bit better? Are we afraid of that? Is that going to keep you from being loyal? Is that going to keep you from having the luxury? Because see, they run neck and neck, and I think that's why they're 1 and 2 on the list of traits that people say, hey, I want that loyalty. Is it hard to give loyalty? Or is it easy? It can't be the same. It won't be the same. But a lot of people are stubborn. Can we really say that? Can we keep 100? It's behind the enemy lines. We got the witness protection program here. I ain't afraid to say it. A lot of people will put on a show outside of home, but then get home and put on another show. That's the luxury that's missing. So you're loyal to saying, hey, I'm standing by you. I'm right here. But then the luxury gets lost when the eyes are not watching, okay? Are you in your relationship to put on a show? Or are you in your relationship to mature and have something special? Y'all ain't answering, you know what I'm saying? I think one or two people said that they'll take, the bus over the Bentley, the one bedroom over the mansion. I don't think the young kids in 2025 are making those type of decisions. I don't think they got the Anita Baker feel, you know what I'm saying? Sweet to Love, you know what I'm saying? If y'all youngers ain't heard that yet, go and check it out. It's a very good song by Anita Baker. She was talking about continuous love. Is that a thing anymore? When you're in a relationship, are you looking for continuous love? I've heard recently now that a lot of women are being, and I quote, I got to research a little more, but I quote, a lot of the women now are being told as they coming up that marriage is such a business that you get in and get out, right? Because most businesses, when they put them together, they also put in an exit strategy. That's part of the success. Am I lying, Al? That's part of the success. So a lot of these young kids are getting in the relationship, and before they can even see where it's going, they already got an exit strategy. They're already looking for a problem, not to fix, but a problem so they can get out and leave and have more. Because I heard there is a statistic that says that life for single people outside of marriage, I'll put the quotations with that, they have a better life expectancy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the journey. Does it come without pain? Yes. That's what I love about music. When you talk about music, when you talk about that pain and everything you go through, that's what I miss. But growing up means understanding responsibility. Now, responsibility and accountability, those two things, can shake up a relationship. Bearing even, you know what I'm saying? They are even. And a lot of people like to forget those words, and they'll cover it up with a lot of fancy eyelashes, you know what I'm saying, the men too, covered up with a lot of different colognes and a lot of different luxurious things that you get to have, or you show off, because it's a show at first. It's a show, because nobody really knows what you have until they spend some real time with you. And I'm not talking about 3 weeks, not even 6 months. Sometimes it takes a good year or two before you get to see behind the veil and see what's going on behind there that's actually putting this show together that you have become a part of. Luxury or loyalty? Is loyalty something that people still give up as easy as they did back in the days? Because there was pain. There was things happening there back in the days that naturally drew people together. And a lot of people call that trauma bonding. And then they stayed together not knowing what they wanted. So that's not the type of loyalty that I'm talking about. I want the type of loyalty that we can agree to disagree and still go out and have a nice dinner later on. You can say sorry without saying sorry, but I can see that you're sorry. You can invest in what I'm doing, and when I'm falling short, you're supposed to help stand me up. The seesaw. What happened? Have we forgotten how? By not going outside, by not being in the world, did we forget that? And then our kids are so grown because of social media, they think they understand more than what they really do. And then when they get out there in the real world, it's like, wow, I didn't know that it really went like this. How long are you going to fight the changes? How long is it going to take for you to be loyal to the right things? How long will it take for you to get to luxury because of the work that you put in? And can those things happen? People think that a person can't have those things changed in them. You're only stuck because you want to be stuck in the image that you see in yourself. You can change and become more in a relationship. Loyalty is great, but I want the real loyalty. Don't be with me because I make it safe. That's the wrong type of loyalty. Don't be with me because I fix things well. Because that's another way of taking advantage of people as well. Once again, if y'all want to call in, 914-719-6917. Loyalty for the right reasons. If y'all have 5 staples or qualities of why you would be loyal, please put them in the chat. Everybody's going to say love first. They're going to say, I think love would be first on the list. Support. But why are you really loyal? Is it something that you see together? Or is it something that you're trying to cover up from yourself, a flaw, something that you're missing? Something that you have yet to face in the mirror. Is that why you're having a relationship that doesn't seem like it has the luxurious things? You got a beautiful couch, but y'all never sit in the living room. Is that luxury? Is that luxury? You got a beautiful marble, 12-seater dining table, but we never have dinner. Is that luxury? We roll around in the Benz, but we don't talk to each other. Is that luxury? So to me, it wouldn't be rather. To me, it would be both. That's why I want to get you at this point. Both. You can have luxury once you put in the things that you need to have loyalty. Ken said you should put this on your resume to be a licensed therapist. I agree. And you know what? My daughter wants to be a therapist, and I think that's the way I want to go to. I'm a life coach right now, working with adults with disabilities. And I believe working with a life coach, you get to see these problems and bringing them to the forefront. Yes, it's therapeutic and it's needed. And a lot of us men don't want to get to a point where we're gonna go to a video in a second, all right? A lot of people don't think we are at a point where these conversations are beneficial. They are super beneficial. Even if you only hear 5% of what I'm saying, you have to look in the mirror and say, okay, how can I apply that 5% to me? When I'm being loyal to my partner, I'm not being loyal to you because of quote unquote what you bring to the table. I'm being loyal to what you bring to me. Okay, even if you didn't bring anything to the table and it was just you, can you make me smile? All right, can you talk me out of a bad situation? Maybe you could change the tire in the car and I don't know how to do that. All right, can you catch me from falling off the edge? Those are the qualities that I want to consider in loyalty. Not because of your bank account, not because of the diamonds you got, not because of your flawless looks, not because you got to have that 90-inch bust down, not because, you switch your eyes every time you go in the bathroom. Are you just being loyal for the assets? If you're being loyal for the assets, then you're being loyal for the wrong reasons. And then that may be bleeding into what you consider luxury at home. Because when I go back and look at the old shows like Good Times, The Jeffersons, Will Smith, even before he moved from Philly to Uncle Phil's house. Uncle Phil's house, as far as the asset, is not what made them family. It was the relationships that they started to build throughout the show. It was the environment that the people brought to it. So you might think you're missing out on a fly car. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the 80s, early 90s, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was gonna drive a Honda Civic. I thought that was the joint. Don't give me the line. So yes, I wound up getting what you guys would consider a better model. You know what I'm saying? Or something else. But it wasn't the model of the car that made the car. It was the driver. It was the experience. It was the loyalty to having something that was yours and making it bigger and better. So if you're struggling in your relationship and you choose the mansion over the one bedroom, I ain't mad at you either. Just keep it 100 that who you are. And guys and girls, you have to see these traits. Sometimes they're not even red flags. They're a person that has changed. What you might have been loyal to in 1990 might not be the same thing you loyal to in 2025. What do you consider luxury back in 1990? You might not consider that luxury in 2025. You know, luxury don't always look like what you think it is. One of my most luxurious living room pieces was an old rocking chair when I was in college. And we got it at somebody's yard sale or something. But that rocking chair was so comfortable. You know how many songs I wrote in that joint? How many great ideas came together in that situation? Loyalty or luxury. But you got to be honest with yourself. You can lie on the screen to me, but you got to be honest with yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut to a video right quick, and then we're going to come back, and it's going to be time for the wild card. All right, the wild card is a segment where we talk about things that might be off script. You don't want to talk about luxury? You don't want to talk about loyalty? You might want to talk about Trump? Throw it in the chat, all right? That crazy rainstorm that just happened a minute ago, you want to talk about that? Throw it in the chat, all right? And we're going to come back with a video for y'all after this. But we're going to go to something right now. Behind the Enemy Lines, ladies and gentlemen, every Saturday or every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m.
The blues, the gray, the stress, my gaze, my heart, the strange pains that I guess, my hair crazy nest, lipstick scribbled on my legs, eyes bloodshot, not in pain, feeling my emptiness. SOS, hello. One last swing, turn it up, bottom of the bottle, sanity leaving me, collapsing on the front porch, sailing down by the river. Candy clouds round my head, birds chirping. I want that gumbo red, earth to me. Follow that one night now, no. My head dropping, my brain in checks, my vision hazy, body aching, my hands against my chest, they pushing me, I'm down, I'm pleading. So one last swing, turn it up, bottom of the bottle, sanity leaving me, collapsing on the front porch, sailing down by the river. Help me. Thought I was dead and gone, but universe, Ricky God kept me here to run fast. I see the white light and trumpets blazing, but I wasn't meant to flatline. I rise again. 'Cause I got gifts and purpose. Bring me back to life, breathe me back to life. Every time I think about it, I cry. One last swing, turn it up, bottom of the bottle, sanity leaving me, collapsing on the front porch, sailing down by the river. I'm traveling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's vocals by Jamel. Great song. Make sure y'all go and find her on Spotify, all social medias. And not just a singer. All right, she's a singing coach. So if you want to get your vocals right, holla at her. And then also make sure y'all get some of that Voice of Life tea.
That's right.
Gwendolyn Jones is in the building. You and this song are equally beautiful. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. As I can see, we got somebody that infiltrated the system right now. Ken said, this is amazing. We appreciate you. He infiltrated the system. I love everything about that song. Like, every time I hear it, I be thinking I can sing. I be having to shut up. I forget the mic is live. I be thinking I can sing. But she got a lot of good joints. And we probably going to, before we get out of here, Al, we might have to throw on Whiskey Rodeo too. I like that as well. So before we go into the wild card, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to read some more statistics, and then we'll ask Wiz after we see the wild card, right? Because the wild card is simple. If you ain't got nothing, pretty much, is it me or is it Section 8? Right, and I think that's a big thing that's happening in relationships as well. All right, so we gonna get to that in a minute, but I told you I had another statistic I wanted to read. Dating dynamics and financial openness, Gen Z and millennials. A survey by Chime, all right, June 2025, 2,000 singles reveal younger generations prefer financial transparency in dating. Women are more likely to be turned off if their partner doesn't offer to pay. 29% versus 12% for men. Appears stingy, 33% to 19%. See, that's what I mean. When you got that business and you know, they ain't seeing they cut, things get different. Lacks financial understanding, 24%, 17%. Meanwhile, Gen Z is more than twice as likely as a baby boomer to find a big spender attractive, 34%. So everybody said loyalty, but the numbers is saying something else, okay? I ain't starting this. I mean, you can see, he's loyal, you know what I'm saying? They lost already. Like I told you, I'm in the trenches right now. I'm getting ready for the game. He had the nerve to wear the jersey after they lost already. So you got the hot tour. How you feel about the hot tour? Don't touch that, please. Don't. Al, we need better security around here. Al, we need better security around here. He's breaking the feng shui. Yeah, this is why I can't get a haircut yet. He's breaking the feng shui. This is all our side. We letting you visit.
What's going on, man?
How you feeling? Wiz in the building, man.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Just landed from Texas. Felt like.
Chandel said, "Hey, Wiz, how you feeling? How you feeling, Wiz?"
I'm feeling good. I can't complain.
You sure you feeling good?
Yeah. Yo.
You lost Parsons.
Yo.
You lost the game. You got hot toured.
Oh my God. Listen.
We listening.
This is our storyline, man. We them boys no matter what. We faithful. We them boys. So what?
So you
City lost yesterday too. Who they lost to? The Chargers.
But they coming off of Super Bowl runs. Don't talk about Super Bowl teams right now. They haven't been in the Super Bowl the last 3-4 years.
And you know they're bringing back VHS tapes, so I'm not worried about it.
They bring back
VHS. Talking about 1996. Last time we won was 1996 when VHS and Betamax was around.
So
right?
Your answer to the question should be obvious. Are you choosing loyalty or luxury?
Damn. I have to say loyalty.
You got all this luxury over here in the Giants, and you still want to pick loyalty after that?
Well, you got the luxury. We got $1 billion stadium.
$1 billion stadium. They made it $1 billion so they could do wrestling in it. Shout out to King of Paddles in the building.
What up?
What up? Where you been at, Reggie? Man, you ain't answered the question. Y'all been quiet today. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go into the wild card right now. Do you really want me, or do you really want Section 8? Do you really want me? gentlemen, the wild card segment is now happening, ladies and gentlemen. Right. This is when you have the opportunity, you know, because y'all the third people in the building, right? All of y'all are co-hosts at heart. So if you got a topic, feel free to throw it in the chat. But we got a video for y'all right now. We're gonna get right into it, right? Do you want him or do you want the Section 8? Let's hit it out. Oh snap! He did say that. So I'm gonna just tell y'all what happened in the video, right? This young man has been a hustler for his times or whatever the case may be, all right? And he went to a job interview, and he got the interview. Think he got the job. So he's coming home, all right? Come see his girl. He says like this, just outside, got his chains on, looking dope and all that. He said, hey, baby, man, listen, I feel good. What you feel good about? Listen, man, went to the interview today, and, you know, it went good. They called me in. They want me to come tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning sharp. I think I'm starting. I think I'm going to have a job. She looks at him and says, you don't lost your mind? You see where I live? I'm on Section 8. You getting the job is going to make my rent and stuff go up. She said, you can have your job if you want, but you can take it somewhere else. You ain't going to be with me. She left him because he got a job. He said, baby, I thought you'd be happy for me. I'm trying to get out the streets. I don't want to hustle no more. Do you want the relationship? You talk about loyalty, or do you want the luxury of Section 8?
Man.
Do you want him / her, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be a guy too. A lot of guys are on Section 8 too, or whatever the case may be. But I've always heard that even coming up as a kid, people don't want to put you on the lease. They don't want you in the house. Yep. You know, Wiz, what do you think Shorty should have did? Should she have cut him off because the man trying to get out the streets and get a job?
I should take him off the lease and don't just let him ride there and y'all can just, bankroll.
That's called shacking up, man. We want people not to shack up no more in 2026.
Maybe they'll get married.
No shacking up, all right? You get married, but she don't want you just because you gonna mess up her Section 8.
But my whole thing is, you gonna be complacent?
Listen, we talked about change earlier. I hope you was listening on your drive in. People don't want to change, so if she don't want to give up the Section 8 because her rent might go up $100, say $100.
Depends how much you make, because they can cap out.
All right, then, so cap out. So I want to hear it in the chat. Would you leave, if you were the one on Section 8, that's the one bedroom we was talking about.
Oh, one bedroom?
Now we got a chance to go up to a luxurious mansion.
Now we in the big league?
Big leagues.
Getting out, turn that back?
All right. And I can't do that because I can't get a job. And now when you think about that, what are you programming into your mind in a relationship with?
Stagnant. To me, it's like if you're not having any growth, because you don't want to stay at that point, you want to go somewhere else. You don't want to be stagnant or complacent. Don't
be lying in the chat room, ladies and gentlemen. How many of y'all is choosing y'all Section 8 over upgrading the relationship that you have?
Maybe I can go to another apartment. I'm saying
that's what Isn't that what it's supposed to be about?
Go to a house and use your Section 8 down south or something. Because some places use Section 8.
But are you using that? The person that is pulling that, whether it's male or female, are you using that as a crutch? Are you really scared to commit to a relationship where you have to put in more work than what the government has been already putting in for you?
Well, you got to think. Back in the days in the 70s, how many fathers had to leave the home because they wasn't going to get public assistance?
Now the question was, now since you said that, I like how you put that. And you and Al, y'all really from that era. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Dad, you calling us old?
No. Y'all called y'all seasoned. Y'all seasoned. Okay, I would never say old.
Yeah,
I would never say old.
You got salt and pepper,
seasoned.
So
so since you brought that up, that back in that era, guys was getting pushed out. Was that a smart idea for the father not to leave?
Well, I mean, that's it, because they wasn't having the opportunities of getting jobs. They wasn't giving it, so you had to do the sacrifice for your family, because not where your family's gonna go.
But was that sacrifice worth it? Because when I look at and when I say the young generation, I don't even mean that whole. I can say around 30 years old, between that 25 to 30, that is a real thing. Still bleeding off of that need for assistance, but the assistance is in the person that's getting the job. The assistant is in the person that's working with your other half. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to bring that topic in to tie it in when we talk about loyalty and luxury. Because was it the loyal move to leave out of the home? Because did public assistance make it luxury?
No, it's never going to be no luxury assistance.
Did it make it luxury?
No, all it did was make people like stay in the projects.
Okay.
I'm saying it like this.
Okay.
You guys just say the projects or trying to upgrade into a house or a penthouse, a condo.
Now, how did that lesson start from there? And women, I gotta bring y'all to the front of the congregation because I want to know.
Come on.
I want to know. Did y'all start passing that lesson on to y'all nieces, daughters, aunties and say, listen, girl, if you on that prompt, you better get you a man that ain't on that. Did y'all start passing on that lesson? Because I feel more and more, especially in my 29-year-old daughter range, they're the ones that's really living by that now. What if the relationship doesn't work out? That's life. It's okay if it doesn't work out. Hello? That don't mean you both have to lose.
Okay.
Keep the Section 8.
So, lady, you gonna keep your Section 8?
The man got a job. He's trying to change his life. And 9 times out of 10, the men is changing for the women. Am I lying?
Yes.
Even though in my cultivation, my elevation that I'm learning, my rerouting, is you got to make the change for yourself, whether you have a partner or not. Everything is a if. We don't know if we're going to see tomorrow. It's a blessing. We don't know if your job is going to cut you tomorrow. It's a blessing. We don't know if whatever you going through, there's always an if. So why in a relationship should it be any different? You got that one, Wiz?
Yes. Remember to date your ways, mentality, emotional, and physically.
How you feel about that? Because I think you shouldn't be afraid to try as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because somebody's making $1 million and I'm only making 100,000 doesn't mean I don't have $1 million idea. Sublease. She said sublease.
Sublease.
So how would the sublease work? So you still on the Section 8 and I'm moving with you and I sublease from you?
No.
And we're in a relationship?
You move with your partner and so you won't lose your Section 8. You have somebody live there acting like you live there.
Yeah, and how often does that work, especially with the squatter rules in New York? You got a mug that won't pay you rent. See, people don't pay rent on time. So you ain't getting your rent money. What should be an asset becomes more of a pain in the butt.
No, but you see, that's when you got to find somebody responsible. So it depends
that
how
is
much.
hard to find.
But I'm saying that how much is your Section 8?
That is hard to find.
Your Section 8
Maybe
is like
she wanted to make sure that she was able to stay committed and having a job and not get enough in trouble before she gave up her Section 8. Why should that even be a thing?
Nah.
We have learned to cap ourselves, and that's why I said loyalty or luxury. Mm-hmm. The truth is you can have both, but like Ken was saying earlier, you have to have the pain and you have to put in the work. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So even if you sublease, you subleasing, but when a person knows that you subleasing, they know they still got the upper hand kinda. You understand what I'm saying? Because who you gonna tell? You ain't supposed to be doing this anyway. It's not like you're really renting out the apartment. Now, you got people that's on lists that are being held out, that's waiting for apartment, that's in these shelters and all these other places. Yeah. And then you out here subleasing. And then if the government catch you, you know they're gonna want their money back, right? Somebody gonna start getting sued.
No, they're going. It's not that thing. You just gonna lose your program. You're gonna be banned.
And then you're gonna be banned. I've heard people tell women to get the stuff in your name just in case the relationship doesn't work. Listen, both names should be on the lease. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is, so far, 2 people. One is the person that was in the video, and one is live in the chat room now. Chose what?
They chose
Section 8 over the possibility, you understand what I'm saying? The possibility of what could have been under cup number 2. And under cup number 2 could have been the next invention of the guy who made Tesla.
But let me just say this, Kate. So how much trust do you trust in a relationship? How much love?
We go through this. Once again, this is my personal list. Rule number 2 on my personal list. Trust does not exist. I don't trust me, so I'm not gonna trust you. I'm gonna go through the value. I don't have to have trust. No, trust is for other things. I trust that I'm gonna try to meditate today. I'm gonna trust in myself. When you hold people, and I'm learning, because when Al first said this, you're not supposed to have expectations in people. When you lean towards the word trust, your expectations, you expect people to meet your expectations. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go off the what you've shown me, what I think you can grow to, and the effort that you're putting in. I'm going to value you, you know what I'm saying, based on the stuff that you put in. Loyalty over luxury. So then you giving up the Section 8. Yes. Forget the Section 8 because he might be the next Elon Musk at this job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Remember the movie Acrimony? And I think that's the second time you brought that up. We got to talk about that movie at some point. Because there was a couple different things, so I'm sorry if I'm jumping around a little bit because there was so many good points, and that's why I love having these live conversations. You know, Reggie said, don't date in your range, right? Yes, you can start in your range, but once again, don't get comfortable. Feel uncomfortable, because you know what happens when you're uncomfortable? You what? You growing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you love your life and you're really happy that y'all both are making $50,000 a year and everything's just blue roses and rainbows, then you stay right there. But if you are feeling the urge that there's something more, and that could be both partners, knowing that you got more into you, because a lot of times we think that living our dream is going to shatter someone else's in a relationship. Okay? We don't have to shadow each other's dreams and still be together to do certain stuff. Trust is tricky. I agree. Trust is very tricky. And I had to learn that. So then Lady D says, that's not it. What part, Lady D, is not it? What is it? When he came to you and said, baby, I came up, I got a job, I start tomorrow. And you said, that's good for you, but you could do that somewhere else, because I ain't trying to pay no more for what I'm living. I ain't trying to do this, I ain't trying to do that. What is that doing to the psyche of the male? Okay? So it's telling them that they can continue to throw rocks at the jail, right? Because they still gonna find a way to put money in their pocket. They still gonna find a way to be a part of something.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What is more hurtful, a person that doesn't trust you or a person that don't believe in you?
A person that don't believe in you. That's easy for me. Because there's nothing like going home to someone that says, I got you. You're doing good. Don't worry about it. Because we have been broken in this society. Because think about it. As a kid, you was taught what? When your parents clap, you did a what? Good thing. When you got a gold star in school, what? You did a good thing. That program us to look for that outside validation. You know what I mean? So when you're looking for that outside validation, and then when you don't get it, it can destroy you as an individual. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have a partner that's capable of saying, hey, I believe in you, I support you, it's a different type of validation. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not over-seeking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense? So I think the message in that story is how many people are really living like that, where they rather sublease and play it safe. Did anybody ever make it anywhere in their life, or even in your time, by playing it safe?
No, you gotta have risk.
Thank you. Say it again for the people in the back. You gotta have a risk. You gotta take a risk. So, and here's the funny thing. She was like, no, you ain't coming here with that. So you wasn't even willing to expand your universe because you was gonna have to share with me.
Because some things is being, with that situation, because she's taking a risk too, because you gotta understand the government can cut off Section 8 at any time.
Yes.
So it's a risk. So why, so don't get too comfortable in a situation of living at the same place. You need to grow in and see other things, experience other things, other areas and all that.
Having someone that believes in you is more important to me. Shout out to King of Paddles, I agree. So they're saying, I'm a right to take you out to dinners. I'm a right for you to have intercourse with, but I'm not good enough for you to give up Section 8. How does this sound to y'all? How does this sound to you?
I mean, to me, it's like that's a. I understand the coming, but you gotta understand, it's like it's either way he gonna work and not be on that Section 8, and they just gonna just sneak it out. He gotta hide when they do the inspection.
But that is not.
I'm just saying, like, yo, it's to me. I would prefer, like, you gotta understand. Like, people that live in the projects, right? They always say it's a project. Certain that, like, this, not a government, is a rumor that government is saying that, you know, they want people to live there for 2 years because it's supposed to be something to put your foot in.
Yeah, I think Trump said he's trying to do that.
He's trying to do that. So my whole thing is you want to expand. You want to expand. You want to go other ways. My whole thing is if she doesn't have, like this, you want to be Section 8 and all that, but you're going to be capped to have low money and everything because you can't go over the barrier, you know, of the income barrier. You going to be comfortable with that?
And how many people are doing that in their relationships right now?
Sad.
If we did the statistics, and I should have, like I said, I'm just breaking down to y'all the video from what I saw, and it was a great role play. And even though they role played it, like I said, I think that if I had to take a bet, that's 75% of relationships right now. 75% of where everything you do is either hinged on the government, what the government say, and what the government wants you to do to qualify, and how is that affecting your relationship? Both as you guys being partners and being together, and both as what's expected from you and what's expected from you as a partner. You understand what I'm saying? So what a woman expects from a man is different when you get in Section 8 and all that, and what a man is expecting of a woman when she got Section 8. Dogs, you ain't supposed to be going in the store just swiping with her benefit card every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dogs, and then you got the nerve to skip the 9 and look at me. And they be mad, right? Because I'm pulling out. Because, you know, when you go in the store, they got 2 different machines for the EBT card and the one for you got. And I be kind of tight. Like, yo, I ain't got one of those. Let me swipe one of that a couple times. You don't want to give up on the Section 8 because you're afraid to struggle and take risks. Plain and simple. Reggie, that's what I was hoping someone had the guts to say, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm usually the only one that says it.
But you're still struggling. Either way,
you say it again, Wiz.
Either way, you still struggling.
That reminds you of the Cowboys, right?
Remember the Giants, right? Remember the Giants, right?
Either way, they struggling. $1 Million Stadium struggling. It's 6:30, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to go into the pressure check. And the pressure check is the segment where we reach out to somebody in the Rolodex and we call them and get their thoughts on it. So, Al, when you want, you can dial it up as we still talk and see what they got to think about it. Love, loyalty, or luxury. And now you got Section 8. What else is going to go over the man and how hard he works? What else is going to go over the man and how hard he works? I think any brother that is turned away by a woman because she has Section 8 and you're going to have a chance to be with her and her financial status is going to jump and she's afraid of losing her apartment, I definitely think that's a red flag. I think that's a new red flag, Wiz.
Do you want Section 8
or do you want me? Do you want Section 8 or do you want me?
I'm saying, like, yo.
You know, it's crazy. I mean, it was a great video.
Either
but
way,
it's
a struggle. But that right
Call cannot be completed as dialed. Please consult your directory and call again, or ask your operator for assistance.
Struggle. There's benefits in the struggle. There's benefits in going through stuff. Why does everybody want to feel like there's a skip the line when it comes to that? Why? Tell me, Wiz. Why do people feel like that? Like there's a skip the line when it comes to that?
Because they feel like.
Call cannot be completed as dialed. Please consult your directory and
what type of challenge?
The mentality of being comfortable of suffering like that. What is it?
But luxury is something I feel you work on, right? Comfort is something that comes when your mind is at ease, your body's at ease, the things you want to do, you can do.
Because a woman will leave us quickly if we get stagnant and comfortable. Don't you know that? What's the rate? I mean, we got to look at the rates of like, being with a man that's comfortable at this job, he don't want to move up. He don't, or just like if he's living in a certain place.
Well, that's because they got financial expectations on it. So they saying it's loyalty, but it really seems like it's luxury.
That word you hate.
Reggie said, I'd rather struggle with someone by my side than be a slave. You know, a slave to what? Because you're going to be a slave one way or the other. You know?
You?
Oh, caller, you're live on Behind Enemy Lines, man. Welcome to the pressure check. You know what I'm saying? Is this a secret squirrel in the building?
Agent double O double. Let's make it work, baby.
Agent double O double. Listen, we got a question for you,
solutions
man.
and causing trouble. Let's make it work.
We're gonna make it work. I got a question for you, because the people in the chat room, they be quiet today. So you know, that's how I know when I'm hitting the right nail in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have loyalty or luxury in a relationship?
Real talk. I'm all about loyalty, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you with me when I ain't got nothing, and you still riding with me when I ain't got nothing, when we have nothing, then that shows that, you know, saying you there for the bad times, so or the struggle times and the hard times and the damn I don't know if we gonna make it times. But then when we get to that point where things is good, you seen where we was at, and you're gonna do everything for us to work with me and you not to get there. But when you, it's just like if you was born rich, you don't understand what it is to be poor. But when you poor, you understand what it is to be rich, because you know what it is. You know what it was before you was poor.
You know, I think a lot of people, I think us growing up outside allowed us to understand that. Today's generation won't be able to understand what you just said about being poor. You understand what it is to be rich, vice versa, right? Because when they talk about 46% of Gen Z respondents would prioritize long-term financial stability over romantic love, they ain't agreeing with you, brother.
But here's what you said: long time. But my question is, what is your thoughts of a long time?
For them,
what is your idea of a long
is
time?
2 weeks.
Because for them, long time could be 10 years.
Long as 2 weeks. For them, a long time is a month. They ready to switch you out after a month. They want to rotate the tires. They don't even wait 6 months? Rotate the tires?
I'm gonna give a prime example. What's that football player that just got married? Now the world is divorced.
Is that true?
You know what I'm saying?
Is it true she really filed for divorce?
They ain't been married 6 months.
Is it Hill?
No, I think it's Travis Hunter. Is it true she filed for divorce?
Travis Hunter. She filed for divorce.
You lying?
Take this nigga,
wait, Travis
take
Hunter?
the house,
You lying?
the car, and
he married her?
We don't have the facts on this yet, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have the fact. Somebody Google it right now and find out if it's a fact.
Yo, I gotta look this up. Travis Hunter married.
My fault. Go say it again, Joe. Say it again.
He married this chick back in like April, May.
Oh my!
And nigga, like my man, she's known for her gold digging and opportunity. Ability.
Oh, so maybe that's not Travis Hunter. Maybe it's somebody else you're talking about.
That's Hill. From Miami.
Oh, from Miami?
Yeah.
His wife?
You know what I'm saying? Married. They got married at a party. She was one of these chicks out there. And my thing is this: she's an opportunist.
Opportunist.
Now, so now understand.
Oh, so I'm
gonna give you another example.
We apologize.
I'm gonna give you another example of what it is about loyalty. Gucci Man, married, he got locked up. Whatever, left his wife, his shorty, whatever. Left her with like I forgot how much it was.
I was like a million or something. I remember that she doubled and tripled it.
She doubled and tripled it. When he came home, he came back not only to the lifestyle he was living, but even better.
Yeah, that's
so understand when she was with this dude for when he was doing bad, whatever he was in the streets, became a rapper, got famous. He did whatever he did, made that mistake, paid the debt to society, and she had the opportunity to say, you know what? This cat's locked down. I got the money or whatever kids we got. I'm going to just go and do what I got to do. Nah, what she did, she goes, you know what? He gave me this money going in. He didn't have a lot of time. He had enough time. And not only did she show her worth to him, but she proved her worth to herself. Because without him, I wouldn't have this.
But how many women
like
are thinking like that nowadays?
Listen. He gave her. Listen, he has his name, but she earned her fame.
I agree with you.
You're saying like I'm like she wasn't famous, so I don't know if she was famous. I don't know her background, but she don't have to understand. She made her worth in the shadow and behind the scenes, real quietly. You came home, and he's like, you know what? Damn, just what you did. Now we got a life together. Because he laid the foundation, but she built the skyscraper.
Yeah, that's mean. I'm gonna ask you one more question. Then I'm gonna let you go because I know we gotta get right into this Chucky's cut. You know what I'm saying? Brittany's so gone. Since you are, you know what I'm saying, a father of a young man, you know what I mean? How do you get the young men to get and understand the point that loyalty is more important than luxury? How do you get that lesson across?
If you don't understand, it all comes from your upbringing, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? If you have parents around, or good adult figures around you, because a lot of times you might not get certain things from your parents, and maybe your parents might not be around. You might not, but if you need to have some adult figures around you who have those traits in you, in order for you to see and instill them. Like you can't live around losers and expect to be a winner.
I dig it. All right, I lied to you.
A chicken can't one day wake up and say, I'm gonna fly like an eagle. Nah, nigga, lay the eggs, let me soar.
All right, I lied. I got one more scenario for you, all right? What if a girl left you because you got a job and she didn't want to mess up her Section 8? What would that do to you mentally?
You know what? That go to show. That shows me that she's stuck in old ways. So meaning, Corey Holcomb once said this: you can't bring a girl. You can't bring a woman out of her state. So understand, if she thinks she's winning because she's in Section 8, and you trying to show her like, look, I want to move you to a spot where you can, be more. But she's so attached to that small mind thinking, then, you got to leave her. Because I need somebody that wants to grow with me, not stay. I want somebody that wants to grow as a flower, not stay a root.
Well, we appreciate you calling in on the pressure check. We're going to read some of these comments. I like that state. You can't bring a woman out of her state. Say it again. You can't bring a woman out of what?
Damn, I forgot what I said. But long story short, you know what I'm saying? You can't make a woman a flower if she wants to remain a root. You get what I'm saying? Because the roots is what puts the flower up. But because remember the root, no one sees the roots, but everyone sees the flower.
Okay.
She ain't gonna be the soil.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So my thing is, you can't if no one sees your full potential. If you can't see if someone can see your full potential, you can't see it. Stay buried in the dirt. Because you know what I'm saying? I can't make you grow. You gotta want to grow.
You gotta want to grow. We appreciate you on that one, and we're gonna talk to you real soon. We're gonna read these comments real quick.
All day, brothers. Peace. Yo, where's peace, brother?
I don't say peace to that Cowboys fan.
Whatever.
Hey.
Nah, man.
Corroding the couch.
Man. Oh, here we go.
Al, the luxury couch is messed up now. We're going to read some of the comments right now, then we'll get back to what he said.
One more thing. My thing is this. Here's where it's at. You said luxury and loyalty.
Yeah.
If I put an uncut diamond on the table, and if you didn't know what it was, 90% of the people will say it's just a rock. It has no value. Now we take it to the jeweler, we get it cut up. Oh my God, that's a diamond. So understand, you have to understand, especially women, You could be that uncut diamond, and no one can see your value. So they just say you're a rock. But then you get the right person around you to shine you up. You that diamond flashing, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, I want you." Listen, I've been the same thing. I've been the same person the whole time. It's just that you never seen my value from the beginning.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So you can shine like a diamond, you can stay like the rock. Which one are you?
I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you again for the calling. We're gonna read some of these comments right now. Nowadays, people don't want to struggle. They want the Ozempic easy life. I agree. And hold that thought in your head, because he said a lot, but how he ended was very special, and that's why I wanted to have this topic to begin with, because a lot of people are just seeing the rock. They're not seeing the potential of the diamond. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not a diamond, a ruby. In some places, a ruby is very, very special.
But how diamond is with pressure, right?
Pressure. Yes, pressure makes that.
You move over there, you move to the next building, right? And then you just like be pressure because you stressed, you worried about it. Just see a beautiful diamond shining in your new place.
What's next? I think we got Reggie might have said one. I think I saw Chandel. I didn't read hers. Yes. Okay. I'm about to say we got the hacker. The hackers are back. But what he said was very powerful. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and is it true that some people won't be willing to change to get to where you need to get? And that's what he said too when he brought up that whole flower and the root situation. Yes, your roots could have been embedded in some soil, right? But how many times do plants get transferred sometimes to a better situation? You still got the roots, but now those roots have to replant themselves somewhere else, regrow somewhere else, and reattach. So I don't have a problem with you having history, but I do have a problem with you not being able to or willing to want to change your future. Does that make sense? Because the roots to me is the history, right? But the plant is the future. No two sunflowers grow the same. They still the sunflower family, right? Yeah. All right, we're going to go to Chucky's Cut right now, ladies and gentlemen. We go to crowd.live to vote to keep or kill. The close is going to come up on the screen in a minute, and then we'll read it back to you. Wiz, tell them who's on the Chucky's Cut.
Brittany, and this is So Gone.
So Gone. So, of course, love, luxury, loyalty. If you don't get them right, you're going to be so gone. All right? Gone. We put these shows together for a reason, all right? If you want to be on Chucky's Cut, reach out to us at BHLFamily52 at yahoo.com. Crowd.live to vote. You can scan the screen right now. Vote and come back, ladies and gentlemen. Vote and come back, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, this is right now one artist that y'all already know that was on Chucky's Cut for our next show. Takai's Take, she's going to be having a giveaway for certain callers that call in. And those 5 artists, the last 5 artists that was on Chucky's Cut, name and the song that they had. 5 artists from the last Chucky's Cut. You need to have their name in the artist song, all right? And you can win a prize. Sakaija has this thing where she goes to this place, and we don't know what the prize is. They're gonna be surprised. It's like an Amazon box or something. You can buy the gifts that people or whatever people didn't get. It's gonna be a surprise for us and a surprise for you. So you might get a blender or you might get a Tesla. Who knows? So we're gonna go with Gone right now by Brittany. So Gone.
God, why you can't say that I am better than the way you treat me? You don't know how to love me, but you're so close to my heart. People say I'm crazy, yeah. 'Cause I'm so confused, don't know what to do. Every time I say I'm leaving, boy, I stay put for you. I think I'ma go but I chose to lead the way to better days. And I'm gone, boy. 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 I'm gone. Now that I'm in a different space, gotta take my time, clear my mind, no room for mistakes. Yeah, I loved ya, but the feelings just fade all the way. Cause I don't trust ya, cause all of the games you play with me. No second chances, you're not the man I thought I knew. You took advantage, baby. Why you had to do me like that? I think I'ma go and close all the doors before I change my mind. I think it's time. To love someone without you, babe. I'll stay strong without you, babe. Could've stayed, but I chose to lead the way to better days. I'm gone, boy. 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 I'm gone. There's no way I'm coming back to you. 'Cause I need someone else. I need someone new. You took me for granted, babe. Couldn't believe I stayed for so long. But I'm glad that I'm gone, 'cause I'm gone. Feels good to love someone without you, babe. I'll stay strong without you, babe. Could've stayed, but I chose to lead the way to better days. I'm gone, boy. 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 I'm gone.
This is what happens when you pick the luxury over the loyalty.
Yes.
So gone,
So
right?
gone. She
So
out.
gone.
She outta here.
She's out of here. Make sure y'all go and vote for that song to keep a kill. And I never heard such a happy leaving song.
Yeah.
It kind of made me okay to get out and get what I need, Wiz.
Because people waking up right now, man. They just like, look, once your emotional cap is done, I'm saying you know the potential, you just out of here. You don't see no change in the person. Oh, you want to stay in your section and you want to stay in the hood. All right.
Yeah, I would have been crushed if that had been me. You know what I'm saying? Like to know that you working somewhere, because you know a man has a lot of pride when they're able to bring home the steak or the big bacon or the big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a warrior that's been sent out to bring home something for the group, and you slay it, and then you bring it back, and they're like, no. You know, we don't want that.
But you gotta understand, it depends on the person and the relationship. I told you years ago, I could have bought some some property for $1, and the girl said, "Why you gonna buy that? Go get your Avirex and your chain instead."
It's one thing. It's one thing to be miseducated and not want to take a risk, versus I feel like, especially in our demographics, because of course it was a black couple that played out the video anyway. I don't think that's happening on the other side of the fence.
But Kate, you notice nothing? I ain't with her.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So before we go, you know what I'm saying, we'll be back September 20th, you know what I'm saying, God willing. But Wiz, you gotta speak to your younger self or you right now, man. We gotta ask you the questions, all right?
Yes, go ahead, ask me.
You said loyalty or luxury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you date someone broke but loyal, or rich but sneaky? What would you rather have?
Oh. What level am I? I got we're grinding like this. Cause I don't want nobody to drain me. That's what,
you don't want nobody that's what?
I don't want nobody to drain you.
Drain you like a leech?
Yeah.
Hold on?
I'm saying I would like them to have their own money. They don't have to be rich, but have your own money.
But they making their money off of your money.
No, but you gotta understand, it's just drain. It depends on the loyalty and all that. She got my back, but you gotta understand, if she's draining you and like this, like she's not putting no effort. Like say, like a woman will save your money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, like if I'm busting my ass and going to work and all that, rather than I'm coming home and she on the couch watching Tubi or something about You didn't bring no food home?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Like this.
See, after you watch New Jack City, loyalty, I don't worry about it all the time. You heard what he said, what you understand? He's the boss of it all. He started this. He did this. Am I my brother's keeper? I don't know, all right. Do you think loyalty is overrated in 2025 now that money talk is louder than ever? Everybody's talking about their money.
Yeah, I mean, Lord, yeah. It's more. It shows luxury over love.
That's how I feel. A lot of people saying that I'm wrong. Everybody that we had time to say, they picked loyalty first, but I think they're doing that just for the sake of, oh, hey, people are watching this. I think more people are afraid to be honest, and I think this is why they're running into problems in their relationship. Because you say, oh, I'm picking this guy because of loyalty. Then when it doesn't work out, you bashing them to your friends. Where you could have picked two guys, or you could have picked another guy that's just like you, that's into just spending money.
What's the thing? The number one, two things they say. He was broke, and he couldn't satisfy me.
I want my girl to leave me drained physically, not financially. Hey, baby, be careful. You know what I'm saying? You sound a lot of checks when you're drained out. You know, that's when they ask them questions when you're drained out. You know what I'm saying? You better be careful. Would you rather cry in a mansion or laugh in a one-bedroom with someone that's loyal? Cry in a mansion with Mr. Sneaky or Mrs. Sneaky. You know they sneaking around, but you getting yours. What you rather? Where's his crying at?
I got something to fall back on. Where's she at? Or he like this, vice versa. Where the guy's saying where the guy is at now. Because a woman would be like crying in a Benz.
She gonna cry in the mansion. That's why people are buying shiny glasses because they don't know the diamond when they see it. I agree. You know that's like a mountain. A lot of people don't know the power of being that mountain. You got to deal with the storms. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with the wind. But the mountain learns how to blend in with each one of them. You know what I mean? And we got to start doing the same thing in relationships. Can loyalty pay the Con Ed? Wiz?
You could be a loyal customer and you miss them payments. They cutting you off.
So you like forget loyalty. You can't pay the Con Ed. You don't want that. You want the finances? Finances. Ain't nothing going on but the rent around here.
Both gonna be in the dark.
Can luxury fix trust?
Loyalty can fix trust.
No, luxury. Because a lot of times when people are getting everything that they want, trust is not a problem because they're getting their needs taken care of. So if you can luxury fix trust?
No, because then people will stay with a broken heart. No, a lot of people.
But see, that's why I said trust doesn't. For me, that's where that line of trust goes at with me because once again. If you're getting
I hate that you drawing the double-edged sword. I just said that.
I got to do that because see, if you getting 9 out of the 10 core things that you want in life taken care of.
But how many people stay in a relationship that they can't trust a person?
That's why I said trust doesn't exist.
No, but how long? Some people stay long term.
You see the devil's advocate. You really see
some people stay in long terms. It depends on like this. Like now. Sure. The man, like, other than that, they was like, as long as he take care of my finances, he can do what he wants.
King of Paddle said one thing that I love about my lady is the fact that she's loyal. She's trying to help me fix my finances. That's a great thing. Yeah. Now listen, if she's sending out stipends, I'll take the Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how to sign up. We'll get some too. I'm gonna ask one more question. Would you check to see if your partner is a gold digger on the first date?
Yeah.
Even if you do 4 dates. How many dates to find out if your partner's a gold digger?
I'd say if she says, well, I need an outfit to go out.
So you got to buy the outfit? She shouldn't have the outfit already?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how the terms of like that. If you got to trick them. Then somebody did the trick. Oh, I left my wallet at home.
Yeah. I've seen it. You shouldn't have to play those kind of games on a date, man. You really shouldn't.
Nowadays, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to find a real one. It's really hard.
What is considered a real one?
A real person.
Y'all can put it in the chat too. What in today's relationship, and then we're gonna get out of here after this. In today's relationship, what is considered a real one?
A person that got your back when you're not even beside the phone.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Person who got your back when you're not even in the room. Who thinks about you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, calls you like, hey, did you eat today? Stuff like that. Little questions, little minor things that worries about you. How are you doing? The first question is, how are you doing? Not what you should do for me.
Well, I'm going to show y'all what happened when I pick up the phone. All right. Hello? Did I eat today? What? Yeah, you sending me something? See, that's how the conversation's supposed to go. Did you eat today? No, I didn't eat today. I'm sending you something. Oh, you can't just say, don't just ask me if I ate. Finish the sentence.
I get this. I left you a 4-course meal like this, like Thanksgiving. Okay, thank you.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm checking to see if she a gold digger. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all as always for being tuned into Behind Enemy Lines, IAXIS Radio, every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Make sure y'all check us out. Where they can find us?
Twitch.
Twitter. YouTube.
Instagram. Facebook. 365.
What else? And what?
And IAXISRADIO.
Make sure y'all check us out, man. Shout out to all the shows on the stations. Make sure you catch
YouTube.
them.
Don't forget
YouTube. Make sure y'all catch all the other shows from Sunday to Sunday. We got shows happening. I think Lola's on tomorrow, Monday. She's on Monday. Then you got Extremities on Wednesday. All right. You know, Skrillin' was just in the building today with us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Kay.
Also, I want to say something. Go on my boy's page, and y'all got to start doing the prices right with my boy.
Oh, yeah, I like the prices right. Yeah, I like the prices right.
I want to know, was it $29?
No, I think it was under $29. That one was about $18. But you know what was crazy?
We had a rotisserie chicken, bro.
The rotisserie, and it was under, the rotisserie chicken was the cheapest. It was $7. I spent $7 for a rotisserie chicken, right? Because they got the small one and the big one. The big one was $10 and the small one was $7. So the one in the bag was $7. Do you know I got charged $11? If you went on my TikTok, you see what? $11 for a roll. All it had was grilled chicken and chili on it for $11, and I got a whole chicken for $7.
Damn.
I'm done. I'm done. September K was in the building today. Skrilla, shout out to all the other shows on IAXIS Radio. Make sure y'all continue to do the thing. Make sure y'all go check out Vocals by Jamel.
Yes.
Get some of that Voice to Life tea. If y'all want to get on any of the segments, reach out to us. Like I said, if you are interested in being in the contest, be tuned in for the next show. The last 5 Chucky's Cut artists plus their song. If you got those names, you might win a prize. All right, this is the Gatekeeper. You can find me at Gatekeeper718, Tyrone Green on Facebook, Behind the Enemy Lines on Instagram, Behind the Enemy Lines everywhere. Wiz?
Yes, Mr. Wiz 24/7. 24/7/8. And Wiz on our Facebook. And you know, I'm saying I'm gonna come back with my reels, my banana reels.
I say less.
Say less.
Say less. And I choose loyalty over luxury, all right? If you get the loyalty part right, you're already living in luxury.
I'm saying luxury.
Run tell that.
Luxury, baby. Later.
Yeah, bring me that food. I'm still hungry.
Oh my God. I would say it like this, like, what? Huh? Zell you what?
That's how it goes nowadays. Zell me. Let's go Giants, baby. We coming home victorious tomorrow. We're going to be leading our division.
L's going to be handed out
We're going to be leading our division.
L's going to be handed out.
Big Blue is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm still messing with Legendary, though. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to see me with the T-shirt real soon. Shout out to Shador. And we're going to bounce out to another Vocals by Jamel.
I have no loyalty because my whole family was getting on me about my team. I have no loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Whenever you stay in my Section 8 corner with the Cowboys.
Section 8 corner. Oh, my God. So peace. Until next time, y'all. I love y'all, and we appreciate everything y'all do for us.
All right. Later.
I just wish that life could be different. Things we've been through ain't an easy thing. No. Homeless, poor.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the Lola Shay Show.